Inside Grand Prix News is presented by Allianz.
Hello and welcome to the Inside Grand Prix News. After Jenson Button's victory on Sunday, we show you the latest news from the Formula One scene.
5 pit stops, 2 collisions and a drive-through penalty. Despite it all, Jenson Button chalked up his 10th career win at the Canadian Grand Prix, a venue that's almost home from home for McLaren.
The Canadian circuit in Montreal it's definitely a circuit that works for us.
In general, too, the race on Sunday made history. Lasting 4 hours and 4 minutes, it was not only the longest ever, but also the slowest, at an average of 74 kilometers per hour. The safety car was also in constant use, 5 deployments and 30 laps, a new record in the storms of Montreal.
No, you do not see anything, especially when there's a lot of rain and everything. It's unreal. I mean, you have all these drops on your visor and they're not moving, and you cannot see anything, nothing. So you're just looking for this red light from the guy in front, and it only appears once he's very close, because there's all the spray and everything. So it's really amazing conditions, really tough.
A break for rain of over 2 hours was also a first in the 51-year history of Formula One. As ever, the drivers' safety took top priority.
We're always doing work on safety in Formula One, the GPDA, which is the Drivers' Association, but also the FIA, so we're working as closely as possible to improve safety.
Finishing 13th and 17th, HRT achieved the best result yet in the team's history in Montreal, handing over last spot to Marussia Virgin Racing. Mercedes driver Michael Schumacher narrowly missed out on his first podium finish since China 2006, but drew level with teammate Nico Rosberg in the drivers' table, where both now have 26 points. Still way out in front, Sebastian Vettel. The German is now 60 points ahead of Jenson Button, and yet he still knows
the time it matters most to lead the championship is at the end of the last race. The last season has taught us that things can go up and down pretty quickly, and you might find yourself struggling for 2 races and someone else has 2 perfect races and he's back in the fights.
In the constructors' table, Red Bull also remain the ultimate benchmark. The rest are more or less just following on behind.
Further Formula One news are coming up now, condensed by our Inside Grand Prix team.
Following the cancellation of the Bahrain Grand Prix, Formula One has come in for criticism. With the FIA World Motorsport Council and the FOTA Teams Association totally at odds, Bahrain itself has now ruled the race out. They didn't want to unduly burden the teams and drivers by extending the season, was the word from Bahrain, even though they would have liked to have staged the race. He's taken the step into well-deserved retirement. Sir Sterling Moss has announced that he is quitting active motor racing. Now 81, he gained 16 Grand Prix victories and was runner-up in the World Championship 4 times in succession. One of his greatest successes was also triumph in the Mille Miglia for Mercedes. Sir Sterling was active in motorsport for over 60 years. Formula One is booming. According to an analysis by Formula Money, F1 revenues are set to double in the next 5 years. After generating around $1.7 billion this year, income, they say, will rise in 2012 to over $2 billion, and in 5 years to over $3 billion. This growth would also see the prize money increase. In 2016, the winner of the Constructors' Championship can expect to receive €222 million, more than many teams' current annual budgets. By comparison, the prize money received last year by Red Bull was €87 million. Bikers dropping in. MotoGP riders Andrea Dovizioso and Casey Stoner recently visited the Red Bull Racing factory in Milton Keynes. Both looked very impressed and were even able to have a go themselves in the Red Bull simulator. A nice foray away from MotoGP to Formula One. However, no new lap records were set.
That's all for today. Have a nice week and see you next time at the Inside Grand Prix News. Bye-bye.
Inside Grand Prix News was presented by Allianz.